Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. The second-year man, Cam Little, has the honors. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix. Right to the air to open this one up. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 35, here's second down and 3. On the bootleg, it's Nix. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Third down and 2.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 46.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
We'll get that complete to Franklin. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
He'll wind up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 8-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. 35 yards.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. Working out of the gun. It's Nix, and they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is 3rd and goal.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Trying to finish this opening drive from the 3, 3rd and goal. Back to throw is Nix, and he'll take it on in. Marvin Mims, touchdown Broncos. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench to the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He gets it to go. Broncos will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Jaguars 0.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They gain 18 yards on that one. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
49-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Jacksonville.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
A first down throw for Lawrence. Right back to Thomas. He's got it again. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21.
A gain of 21 yards.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. First and goal coming up. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. Etienne. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. Jacoby Myers was the intended target. And now it's 3rd and goal.
The sideline erupted. They thought that was an easy 6, but instead, it was nothing but disappointment. I mean, that is a gut-wrenching missed opportunity for the offense, and he has his head down just in disbelief.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down.
Lawrence's pass complete.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get 4th and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
They'll run for it with Etienne. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
The Broncos offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from the own 2-yard line. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5. To throw is Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down.
And the Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
12 more yards.
Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the ground, this is Harvey. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Crazy. And he'll be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. And they bring them down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
13 more yards.
Give them 13 on that screenplay and a 1st down.
1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. On the give, it's Harvey. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Trying to use that big body to go forward. Going to get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that.
Brings up 3rd
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
It's a gain of a yard.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
There he goes again.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Jaguars 11-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Handoff now to Harvey. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
That's swung out to Harvey. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
A gain of 6.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they are on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
They keep finding ways to keep this drive alive, and they're set up now for 1st and goal. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
2nd down. Nix for the end zone, but it's batted away. Incomplete. He was open for a moment. Defense closed quickly, and now it's 3rd and goal.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 4th down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. This about as short as you can get. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos will extend to a 10-0 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. This pass is caught by Thomas. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Jaquan McMillan in on the stop.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring it down for no gain.
13 yards on that pass play. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Jaguars 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Jaguars.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
They'll give it to Etienne on the option. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Alex Singleton on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 6. Lawrence now. To the left side. It is caught by Myers. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down. A pickup of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that.
Ball's out. I believe one of the Jaguars was able to get in there and recover. Yes, Jacksonville retains possession. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to Denver after this. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
So it is 4th down. That'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars are on the board just before halftime.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? That one on the former Notre Dame star, Mike McGlinchey. Throwing, Nix. That's caught right side. It's Franklin. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Nix to throw. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
On 4th down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to kick it away. Parker Washington is deep for Jacksonville. A fair catch signals, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Jags offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Lawrence. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Lawrence out quickly to Thomas on the RPO. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 16 yards on the game and a quick 1st down.
And the Jaguars 1st down. A gain of 16 yards.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
This run straight ahead for Etienne. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of
A pickup there of 28 yards.
That's another Jaguars.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Back at the 32.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
It is 3rd and long. Lawrence. A quick slant into the hands of Thomas. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
And 5.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Broncos 1st down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the 1st down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He'll try to set up the screen here. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
Still second down.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Open man downfield, that's Ingram. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
33-yard line.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
Handoff here, up the middle. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Eric Murray in on the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They face 2nd down and 7. Nick gonna keep it on the zone read. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Back to throw is Nix, and that is incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it's going to lead to 4th down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. They'll be looking to answer back. They trail 13-6 and start this one with 1st and 10. And that one shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left them nowhere to go. And no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd, they need 8. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got a man. That's Myers. And he will go all the way. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars will even the score here in the 3rd.
Cam Little to kick
So
off
back to
for the
level
Jaguars.
after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31.
The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
This is 3rd and 6. Throwing is Nix. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. Give on the ground, and he'll get forward for company. That's the former #1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker, there to make the stop.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. To throw is Nix. Throw here down the field will fall incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and it'll be 3rd down.
And 8 yards.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by him, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Evan Ingram, the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. In motion is Myers. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. That's Zach Allen there on the tackle.
29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Dre Greenlaw on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5. In motion is Myers. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That is caught by Washington. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield.
19 yards.
They get 19 on that pass play. 1st down, Jacksonville.
A gain of
If you're going to
19
give him
yards.
this much time to scan the
down,
field,
Jaguars.
he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 23.
They'll pick up 23 on that one. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Play action now. It's Lawrence. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will go up by 7.
Jaguars 20. Broncos 13.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Drive will start on the ground. Past the 45. The ball comes out. And fortunately, one of his teammates downfield comes to his rescue and retains possession after the big play.
1st and 10 at the
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
This one not quite on target, and too much, and that one falls incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target.
Brings up
It's 2nd down.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him. Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That ball's incomplete. Hovering, outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now it's close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
This is fielded inside the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Now, Etienne. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Once again, it's Etienne. Good running inside the 25. And he'll be taken down.
It's a gain of 20.
A gain there of 20. First down, Jacksonville.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
We'll go back to Etienne on first down. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Broncos' 17-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Quick throw here is complete. And the tackle is made at about the 6.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
He'll try to run for it.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force fourth down.
Who wants it more here? 4th and goal from the 1. To throw is Lawrence. Oh, man, wide open. He's got it. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two...
Now remember, all scoring plays are reviewed. Tight game, tight call. We're going to take a good long look at this one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, take away the 6 points, and it's ruled an incomplete pass. Now a give up the middle, and it'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play, and a first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games, but as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
On second down, it's Nix. That's to the right side and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Nix from the gun on third down. Got it into the hands of Mims. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
Good for Broncos. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line.
That's another
22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Broncos.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pick.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Down at the 31. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 coming up. They'll drop to throw. He runs with it. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
It's a gain of 20.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with 1 minute and 6 to go in this one.
11-yard line.
Here's first down. On the zone read, this is Nix. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short gain.
second down. Nix. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late. They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Broncos 23, Jaguars 20.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Short pass taken in by the tight end. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as the clock is stopped. 21 seconds to go in the game.
And 4 at the 31-yard line.
Now, 2nd and 4. Now here's Lawrence. The outside, complete to Thomas. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. They get 12 yards on that pass. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here's 2nd down. They go play action for Lawrence. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, and this one will come to an end. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and are going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.